What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Gooner, a channel dedicated to all things Arsenal Football Club, who, as we all know, are by far the greatest team the world has ever seen. In today's video, I'm going to be looking at all the news on today, Tuesday, the 7th of February. So before we get cracking, why don't you just have a quick look down there, find yourself the subscribe button and click that so that you can be kept up to date with all the news and views from our beloved club I post every single day. So let's start with a hearty congratulations to the youth team who came back from 2-0 down yesterday to beat Watford away at Vicarage Road in the Youth FA Cup last night. Jack Wilshere's team gave us a lot to be excited about with a great second half performance. Mario Cozier-Dubry, who featured in the first team squad away to Everton on Saturday, scored twice from the spot, but all the focus has been on Myles Lewis-Skelly, who bossed the midfield and, dare I say it, looked like he might be the next Thomas Partey. I've included the highlights of his performance at the end of this video. He does look special, and it's another case of a journey beginning at Hale End. Now, on Sunday night, we were all temporary Spurs fans, and I was even strangely glad to see Harry Kane becoming Tottering Hotspur's record goal scorer, finally overtaking the legend that was Jimmy Greaves. Spurs fans were ecstatic and, of course, were chanting, "He's one of our own." But is he? Photos emerged again of Harry Hotspurs wearing an Arsenal shirt at the Invincible Parade and a scarf at one of our matches. Mad to think then that Tottenham's leading goalscorer of all time is actually one of us. Well, that's not quite the full story as you could expect. Now, he grew up 15 minutes away from White Hart Lane, and most of his family were, of course, Spurs fans. But it was actually Arsenal who gave him his first big start, handing him an invitation to join the academy when he was just 8 years old. And that's when he was pictured in the parade and at the match. Now, he's actually said he wanted to wear a Tottenham shirt to the parade, but didn't think it would go down too well. So as you can see, he's much cleverer than we all thought he was. It was after only a year at the academy that he was let go. And Liam Brady, who was running the academy at the time, told the Italian publication Corriere della Sera, I'm trying to pronounce that right, a few years ago, that he was a bit chubby, he wasn't very athletic, but we made a mistake. Now, it was a mistake which apparently left Arsene Wenger a little bit angry when he found out one of the best strikers in the world had slipped through the net. He said, "I didn't know. I read it in the papers. I found it quite funny. You know, you're always a bit angry as well because I asked, why did he go? But at that age, boys do come and go." And Kane's coach at the time, Roy Massey, opened up last year on exactly why he was released. He said he played up front with Benik Afobe, and you think today Benik was one outstandingly quick and scored lots of goals, he told Football London. Harry was a technician, a very talented player, but he did lack some mobility and pace. We did think perhaps he wouldn't be quite up to playing at Arsenal Football Club. Understandably, the response from the Kane family was one of disappointment. Obviously, they were disappointed, and so was I, because he was a really nice lad, Massey said. Harry has since spoken of always having a chip on his shoulder when he plays against Arsenal and always wanting to show them what they'd missed out on. And let's be fair, he's certainly done that over the years. He's been a thorn in our side more than once. But Sunday's winning goal against City might be the most important goal he'll score in club football if it means that we go on to win the title. So we do owe him a thank you. On the subject of what might have been, news also emerged today that in 2003, Arsenal very seriously tried to bring LIonel Messi to the club. They were working on the deal that would bring Fabregas in from Barcelona, and they had their eye on another youth team players at the Spanish Giants. One of them was Messi. This according to Arsenal scout Francis Cagigao, who now reveals there were several meetings that were held. They had in the same team Messi, Gerard Piqué and Fabregas. Piqué and Fabregas did come to England with Manchester United and Arsenal respectively, but Messi stayed in Spain. We were very interested in him, but we just couldn't make it work, and it largely came down to his inability to get a work permit. So red tape. Great. Just over a year after Arsenal tried to sign him, he was handed his first contract by Barcelona, and the rest is history. Went on to be their record appearance setter, multiple Ballon d'Or winner, and, well, now World Cup winner, and just a beautiful footballer to watch. I've included some footage of him as a 15-year-old, so you get a chance to see why the scouts were so keen to bring him. Bit of a no-brainer, I think. Anyway, that's been the news from Tuesday, the 7th of February. Thank you so much for your continued support. It's been the end of the first week. I've enjoyed it thoroughly. As I said at the beginning, if you get a chance to subscribe, please do. As a growing channel, it makes all the difference, and I will reply to all of your comments personally. So, lots of love.